Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. So if you can see by the title, I am so happy I finally got the IT Cosmetics. It's your better skin, no, sorry, your skin but better foundation and skincare. So it's a foundation, but there's ingredients in it that make your skin, apparently it improves your skin. So I am super excited to try this out. So if you want to see how this is going to turn out for me, let's get into the video. I am so happy I was able to finally get the IT Cosmetics foundation that I've been trying to get for weeks now. I know this came out, I don't know, I think it was like 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, something like that, but it finally just came into the Sephora that in Canada where I am. It was online, but I didn't want to order it online. I'm not the biggest fan of trying to shade match foundation is really hard when you do that online. And I was quite impressed with how they did it in Sephora. She just basically put like there was 3 different colors I was kind of going between, and she put them onto like a slide with a Q-tip. And then I just held it up to kind of to my face area. I had a mask on, so it was kind of hard to see what little bit of skin there, but she was able to kind of match it to me. But this I have in the shade light neutral. We thought that was kind of the best shade for me. And some of the claims on this foundation are, so what is so amazing about it is it's also supposed to help with your skin over a 2-week period. So it says better looking skin instantly and over time, instantly better natural, no makeup effect, coverage that minimizes pores and imperfections, all day hydration and wear, which I really like foundations that are very hydrating, especially for my very dry skin. Improves bare skin in 2 weeks, evens the appearance of skin tone, visibly refines skin texture, and softens the skin. One thing I didn't know is that IT Cosmetics partners with plastic surgeons and dermatologists to develop skin-loving solutions and clinically tested formulas. So that was pretty impressive. So I've been, oh, I can't wait to try this. I've heard so many good things from everybody trying this, and I felt so out of the loop because I couldn't get it. But oh, it's just, and it's like a nice glass packaging. I'll go into a few of the claims about the actual foundation. I just have it up on my laptop here. So it says experience an instantly better looking complexion and better bare skin in just 2 weeks with your skin but better hydrating foundation and skincare. This buildable medium coverage foundation minimizes the look of pores and imperfections while delivering all day hydration and wear with a natural radiant finish. Kind of what I just said on the box there. Suitable for all skin types and infused with hyaluronic acid, aloe vera extract plus vitamin E and B5. Your skin loving lightweight foundation goes beyond a tinted moisturizer by working behind the scenes as you wear it. After just 2 weeks, skin looks smoother, skin tone appears more even, and skin texture is visibly refined. I've also tried the CC cream of the IT foundation. I really do like that one. That one is a little bit on the thicker side, and it almost reminds me of it's like a BB cream on steroids. That's basically what it is. It's very like full coverage. I love it. Like, I think it's very hydrating. Love that one. So I couldn't wait to try this one. This does retail for, it was $52 here in Canada. I think it's a little bit cheaper in the States. And it is 30 mils, which is 1 fluid ounce, which is very comparable to other foundations. So the amount that you're getting is very comparable. And what I also like about it is just because the fact that it is like a buildable medium coverage. And it comes in, I believe it said 40 shades. So that is a very big shade range. I think that's excellent. And also from what I've read about it, it is not supposed to oxidize, which I really like because there's nothing more irritating is when you get a foundation and by the end of the, like even after a couple hours sometimes, it just starts having that different color that it's like, that's not the color I put on my skin. So I just want to get right into it. I have the dog at the groomer right now. And as you can see, I actually went and just got my hair done yesterday. I kind of left it. I asked her to curl it for me because she always usually just flat irons it after that. But yeah, like she curled it for me, and I love my hair being curled once in a while. I need to find a really good like a curling iron. The one I have, I just don't like. It's one of those the wand one where you wind your hair around it, and I need to find a really good curling iron. But I love the color. She did a great job with the color. And you can kind of maybe see in the camera, we'll ignore them, but all these little ones sticking up, those are like little baby grays, and they're just, like awesome, so cute. And it's like, yeah, said no one ever. No, they're not cute. They're very annoying. So we're just going to, but it stayed pretty good for this. I've slept on it, so I thought this stayed pretty good for my hair. Usually does not take to a curl very well, but she put a ton of hairspray on it, and the curling iron, of course, that she's using because it's professional curling iron, extremely hot. So I'm just going to give it a good shake. Now they do recommend applying it with a brush, but you know I love my sponge, right? I always apply everything with a sponge. So I'm going to go in with a sponge here. And so it's just like a little pump. It says recommends 1 to 2 pumps. So let's start with that. And my skin, oh, okay. Ooh, it's quite runny. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So that's, I mean, not as runny as some foundations I've had, but it is, definitely on the runnier side. And I have prepped my skin already with moisturizer. I've got eye cream on. I like my normal morning routine stuff. The only thing that I'm not going to apply is the primer. I always like to test out a foundation first without primer because I just want to see what it looks like. And I was actually going to do a different video today, but as soon as I knew I was going to be able to use this foundation, I thought I have to do a video about it. You guys know I've been waiting for it. But yes, if this can improve my skin, that would be fantastic. So it's applying really nicely. And the one girl in Sephora yesterday, she was wearing it and it looked really pretty on her. It looked nice. I mean, she was wearing a mask, but I could kind of see like her forehead area. It did look really nice on her. I think the coverage looks really pretty. All I did was add a little bit. I put one more pump on. The first one was like 1.5, so I just put another little squirt, and I think that has done it now. It's quite nice, and I hopefully can see it's very, very hydrating. And I always kind of judge foundation of how much coverage it has. I have right on the side of my nose here, I just have like a little red dot. It's just like a red freckle, I guess, and it has like covered up quite nicely. So I'm really liking how this has turned out. Even with the sponge, I mean, it probably would have been a little bit different with the brush. It may have gone on a little bit differently, but I love my sponges. It is what it is. I love my sponges. So I think for the rest of the tutorial, because I know the groomer is going to be calling pretty soon, I'm just going to quickly go through my makeup. I'll show you kind of what I'm wearing as I'm applying it. I'll fast forward through it, and then I'll come back on after. And I'm going to do like a bit of a wear test because I am curious to see how this is going to turn out for the day. So I will be doing a wear test on this one. So we'll just quickly get into the rest of my makeup, and I'll show you what I'm using. All right, now that I've got all my makeup on, so you can see I was just doing kind of like a really simple look. Nothing too heavy. I wanted the focus to be on the foundation today. But when I'm looking at it like really closely, this is so pretty. This is very, very beautiful. I am loving how it looks on my skin. It looks, now the only thing that I did add, which you probably saw, I added this CoverGirl powder. This is the first time I'm using it. So going forward, I may not use a powder with this foundation. I think it would look really nice just on its own. The only reason I did add powder today is because I'm going to be running out and grabbing the dog from the groomer and all that sort of stuff, and I'm going to have to wear a mask and that. So I wanted it set on my face. I didn't want that the foundation rubbing off. So that's why I only set it today. But what I'm actually not impressed with so far is like I use the CoverGirl under my eye, and it's making my under eyes look really dry. I don't know if you can see that. It's really making them look dry. I can see all my fine lines underneath there. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the concealer. I mean, that CoverGirl concealer is pretty good. So I don't know. I'll have to play around with that powder. We'll see how it works later on. But yeah, back to the foundation. I think it looks very pretty, and it's very lightweight. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing anything on my skin whatsoever. And my skin does feel like a hydrated feel to it. So what I'm going to do is, it is right now, where's my phone? It is right now about 10:30 in the morning. And I'm going to do like a wear test on this. We'll see how it looks by the end of the day. I'd like to give this like a good 8 hours if I can. That's usually a very good test for me to see how a foundation's going to wear. It's looking not too bad, even in my smile lines right now. And I've had it on for, let's see, about, I'm going to say an hour now, about just a little over an hour. But very, very happy with it. This looks beautiful. I hope fingers crossed, it lasts through the day. So otherwise, I will see you guys in a little while. All right, so I'm in for my final check-in. It is officially about, I don't know if you can see that, 9:23 at night. So I have had this on for 12 hours because I put it on prior to my last check-in was 10 o'clock, but this morning. But I had it on before that. And I am absolutely loving this foundation. It is so beautiful. I'm blown away by it. I'm going to bring you in a little bit so that you can kind of see the areas that I'm looking at. All right, so we're nice and close now. I've turned my ring light. I'm just going to see whether turning my ring light. So that is without my ring light, but I have 3 soft boxes around me. So I'm not sure if that's going to give you kind of a hint of what it would look like more in like natural lighting. But I think, let me just turn it back on just a slight bit, because then you can kind of see a little bit. It's always hard when you're trying to judge a foundation and you've got like, studio lights going, but I want to show you what a true foundation looks like. So when I'm looking at this really closely in here, I can see, yes, it has worn away around in this area here. But part of that, it was my fault as well. There was a couple times I rubbed my nose, like I can see in here, that's where I rubbed my nose. But I'm really surprised down here at how well it has worn down in my like chin area here. And it very, very minimal settling in my smile lines, which that makes me so happy. And it just looks still so pretty. Like, I'm looking all up in this area here and on my forehead. It still looks like when I had put it on this morning. So I am so impressed. For 12 hours, that is amazing. A couple of the things that I'm loving about it is, one, it is a cruelty-free product, so that's a big check mark. I like the shade range. I think that having the 40 shades, and there was a lot, like there was like for cool and warm and neutral undertones. So I thought that was a really amazing thing. Some foundations are just like really limited. They have such little shades for people. So I really appreciate that. I think for me, this shade worked out really well. So I was glad that we could do that in the store where I could match it. And she did a really nice job of matching it with my face and my neck and everything. So that was really good. And I don't know if you noticed, but when I was applying my makeup, I was trying to use, like, on my face area, more of a flat product, so nothing with a shimmer in it. So the bronzer and the blush that I used did not have any sort of shimmer or anything like that in it, because I wanted to keep the foundation true and see how glowy and hydrating it looked, which it does. It still looks very hydrating. I think what I'm going to do is, because it does say you have to kind of judge it over 2 weeks. Now, I don't wear foundation every single day, but some of the things that I am going to do, and some of them I may do in a tutorial, I don't know, we'll see how it all plays out. But I do want to play around a little bit with primer. I want to see how it would wear a little bit better if I had primer on, which if you remember, I didn't put any primer on today. So I am going to test it out with some primer. And I may try even using a brush and see how it applies with the brush. It might, obviously it'll apply a little bit differently, but I want to see for myself how different it is. So I'll probably use a brush at some point and see how that goes. And surprisingly, because I was running out and doing a few errands, I did have to wear a mask. And it wore actually pretty good with a mask. I mean, I don't know if you can kind of see up in here, like there wasn't any definitive lines or anything. My mask fits pretty snugly. So there isn't like any lines here where it, was rubbing or anything like that. So it wore really well with a mask. And I didn't see any transfer on my mask when I took it off. So that's a big thumbs up. I think this is really nice as like an everyday foundation. If you're looking for more of like a really natural looking finish with a little bit of dewiness in it, I think you would really like this one. It's like I think I've said it a million times here. I think it's beautiful. It looks so nice. It's very lightweight. And it's felt like that the whole day. Like it does not feel like I'm wearing anything on my skin at all. So that I really think this is awesome for that. And I think the other thing I forgot to mention earlier was I didn't notice any scent to it. Like there is no scent when I was putting it on my face. So that's another check mark. That's a bonus. If you have any issues with fragrances and that sort of thing, this would be good, because I didn't smell anything when I was putting it on. And I also liked it because you can apply this with your hands if you want to. Like you don't necessarily have to use a brush or a sponge. It would like apply really well with that, because it just kind of goes on like that, like a BB or CC cream. If you're somebody that just likes using your hands to put on your makeup, this is a good choice for that. And then just keep in mind that everybody's skin is different. So how I may wear something or how something works on me may not work for somebody else. There was one of my friends on YouTube. She has more oily skin, and she said it just didn't work out for her as much because she has more of oily skin. I'm not sure how that is with everybody, but for my dry, mature skin, this I think is fantastic. So I can't wait to use it some more. And like I said, I may do it in a video. I may not. I'm not sure how I'll do it yet, but I definitely will do like a 2-week check-in with you, or depending on how my filming is, it may be a little bit longer than that, but I will definitely give you an update on the product and let you know, how well it's working for me. That's one of the things about when you do like a first impression and then you continue to use the product. It's always nice to have that little bit of an update so that you guys know how well it works. But yeah, like I said, it's a beautiful foundation. I'm very happy with it. I like the really natural look it has given me. It is more, like a light to medium for me. I probably could have built it up a little bit more if I wanted to, but I liked how it looks now. It's not it's not that full coverage. So I would highly recommend this if you're looking for a good foundation. So everybody, that is it. Before you leave, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that notification bell, and that way you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And make sure to give this a big thumbs up. That always helps my channel out a lot. And you can always check me out I also have like an Instagram, I have a Facebook, I have Twitter, I have all of those. So that's always linked down below in the description box. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!